Hey everyone.
Hey.
Welcome back to This Cruise Life. We're excited to tell you a story about our recent trip to a place called Icy Strait Point in Hoonah, Alaska.
Yeah. So we were there on the Carnival Splendor on July 15th. It was a Friday. We had some excursions booked for the morning right there in the port area, which was a blast. We rode the zip rider. Don't worry, there'll be video coming soon with all of the details of the zip rider. Be sure to tune in.
Such a cool and exhilarating experience.
It was.
The world's longest actual zip rider. Anyway, not the point of this video.
No. So we actually decided after we were done with our excursions and the adrenaline was all rushing through our bodies, we decided to take a walk, actually. We went up to into Hoonah. So before
we checked out,
we checked out the cruise port area, but yeah. Prior to our arrival, or actually prior to our sailing, we did some research on the ports that we were going to be stopping at, and Hoonah was one of the ones that I hadn't visited on my previous cruise to Alaska, and so we wanted to see what local options there were in town and what we could do to really make the most of our 10-hour port day.
10 hours in port. So you know what I like to do when I go to a port? I love to eat.
Eating local.
And I love to check out local establishments.
Yeah.
We also clearly love to buy a lot of shirts. Prior to the cruise, I found Icy Strait Brewing, and it was a little under a 1.5 mile walk, 30-minute walk. And by the way, Hoonah has an amazing infrastructure for walking. We were able to walk the waterfront on a beautiful paved path, super easy, past a couple of just randomly placed cemeteries.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
But it was such a great walk. If the weather permits it, highly recommend it. There are other options. There's a free trolley that runs. You can get a taxi. There is Uber, but it's very limited.
Yeah. So we made that walk, waterfront, which was fantastic. We arrived at Icy.
We didn't actually arrive. We walked by it.
We walked past it.
We walked back. We walked by it.
That's true. We did a lot of back and forth because we couldn't find it. The reason we couldn't find it is they've actually been out of business, or at least closed to customers, since COVID. And
2 years.
The Google led us astray. Google made us believe that they were still open.
But everything happens for a reason. We decided to walk down. There was a group of people down at a local park and restaurant, maybe a 3-minute walk. And we said, hey, do you have Alaskan beer? They did not have Alaskan beer.
No.
So we walked next door.
Right. There was a tour company, and the driver of one of the buses said, you know what? Go to the Icy Strait Lodge.
It's about another 10-minute walk up the road. He's like, easy shot right up the road. And so
we did.
We did.
We walked. We said, why not? We've made it this far.
We stayed along the waterfront, and then
seemed like a private road or something.
It did. We kind of zigzagged. Then we went up a hill.
Yep.
It truly maybe 10 minutes from where we were.
Yeah, very true. We arrived at the lodge, and there were a few cars parked out front, but it wasn't a bustling place by any means.
No big signs. It was across the street from the U.S. Forest Ranger Station.
Ranger Station.
Anyway, that doesn't really pertain to this story, but no big signs, nothing. It just said restaurant, lodge, restaurant, bar, gift shop coming soon.
Coming soon. That's right. I remember that.
We got up to the door.
Yeah, we got up to the door, and on the door was a sign that said summer hours. And we looked at our watch, we looked at the door, and realized that, well, we were outside of summer hours at this time that we arrived.
Which sucked, because we had just finally, the brewing place was closed, the restaurant didn't have beer, the tour company did, and so we had finally made it here, and we decided to at least go in.
Yeah, check it out, why not? Mm-hmm. So we walked inside, and we heard a little voice from behind the wall. Can I help you?
we looked lost,
I'm
sure.
For sure. So we said, oh yeah, hey, someone actually in town sent us up here. We were looking to try a local Alaskan beer, and we understand that you guys might have something. And she said, well, we're in our summer hours. We're actually doing some split shift working, but you know what? I'm not busy right now. Let me go ahead and unlock the bar for you, and I'll get you taken care of.
So we walked through the restaurant, which was closed, and we came up to like a accordion gate that she unlocked and opened, flipped on the switch for the lights, and a fully stocked bar, and then a bunch of beers that were in a cooler.
Yeah, so she had beers in bottles and in cans, which was perfect from a portability standpoint. So Mark and I made our selections based on what we saw. And
I got the cherry grapefruit hard seltzer from Alaskan Brewing Company, brewed with spruce tips.
Yeah, which we have a video about our spruce tip soda.
Right.
Yeah, exciting stuff. And then I got the Island Ale from Alaskan Brewing Company also. And that was brewed with tangerine, passion fruit, and guava. So definitely an island vibe going for Alaska, which was really kind of strange and unique.
I liked mine better.
But truth be told, mine was pretty good as well. I still enjoyed what I got.
So we got the beers, and the worker brought us outside to the back patio, and she was just like, can I just get a name? I was like, oh, Mark and Rocky. She's like, okay. And we sat down in these Adirondack-like chairs and just took in the view.
It was beautiful. It was waterfront property. There was a bunch of wildflowers growing on the edge of the property by the water. Across the water from where we were sitting, there was that forested area over there. But no, it was actually a very serene setting. It was beautiful. It was everything we could have asked for after walking for what seemed like miles and miles and miles.
It was 2 miles. Anyways, so we finish our beers. We're out there maybe 20 minutes. Rocky makes a phone call, says hi to his parents, and the worker comes back out and asks how we're doing. And we said, really good. And so she's like, do you want a second round? Of course. And so second round you got...
So the second round, I got the Alaskan Brewing Company White, which was a wit style ale brewed with spices.
What's a wit style? I don't. Okay.
I don't.
And I got the mango peach hard seltzer. We both stuck with Alaskan Brewing Company, and this time the gal stayed outside with us.
She did. She sat down right next to you, and she gave us the entire well, not the entire story, but she told us a lot about Icy Strait Lodge, including the fact that she's the owner.
Who knew?
The owner.
Who knew? We get there, it's closed, no one's working, and the owner is kind enough to unlock the bar, take our orders, bring us outside, get us second orders, and then sits with us to tell us about Hoonah and her life at the lodge.
Yeah, so she's owned it for 20 years. She's been in Hoonah since...
Long
we
time.
won't say. It's
Long
been a
time.
while. Yeah, she was just, you could really feel the enthusiasm and excitement for the work that she does and for the lodge that she's running. Beautiful, beautiful space. Definitely recommend it.
Highly recommend, whether it's a visit on a cruise ship or you're looking to visit Hoonah, Alaska, a great place to stay.
And the airport is just around the corner, actually. The Icy Strait Lodge is actually located on Airport Road.
So we finish our second round, and she asks, oh, would you want to ride back to the cruise ship so you don't have to walk?
We were a little shocked. We were like, wait, what? Are we on candid camera? What's going on here?
I said, no. I said, that's fine. We can walk. She's like, I have errands. I have to run into town anyway, so it's not a big deal. I would be happy to drive you and drop you off. And so we paid. It was $24 for four local beers.
Yeah.
I thought that was very reasonable.
Yeah.
And we loaded up into her Subaru.
Yeah. And her best friend actually was visiting as well. So her best friend loaded up, and their beautiful little blind dog.
So we got in the car and...
Yeah, she took us on a tour of the town. This town of 800 people, there's more bears than there are people in Hoonah, Alaska. But she practically knew everyone's name. She pointed out some different historical facts about Hoonah. It was a really, really cool, unique, surprise experience. Yeah, it was fantastic.
Such an unexpected experience. We stopped at a local park.
Yep.
So there was waterfront. We got to walk the dog. It was so cool. Just a tour, to have a personal drive around Hoonah. And then on the way back from the park, we got another surprise.
We did. The best friend decided that she was going to sing us a I think it was an Irish
hymn,
yeah. It was beautiful. It was all sung a cappella.
Such a cool and unexpected day. If you are stopping at Icy Strait Point and you're looking for something to do, Zip Rider, highly recommend.
Yeah.
The shop support area, absolutely.
Yep.
Icy Strait Lodge is
100%.
It's a must-do. Rocky, how do we make sure that we're respectful of the lodge and their hours and all of that stuff?
My recommendation is to either give them a phone call, here's the phone number, or visit their website. Just make sure that they're there and they're open for you to come in.
The owner did tell us the day before she had a group of 8 that had come in, and she welcomed them as well. And so there is a pattern here. They're absolutely willing to welcome you in. They just might not have all of the services if you come during that limited time during the split shift.
Yeah, don't expect food or anything like that, honestly.
Yeah. And like I said, there are Ubers, there are taxis, there even down by the tourist spot that we were, there was a $5 van ride. Oh, and the trolley. Yeah. So there are multiple ways to get there and to get back to the ship. So I don't worry about that. And walking, like if you're able to, and the weather supports it, the walk was absolutely beautiful.
It was. So definitely check out Icy Strait Lodge when you make your visit to Icy Strait Point. And
in Hoonah,
Alaska.
Yeah. And of course, if you've made it this far, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yep.
There's a bell.
There's a bell. If you select that wonderful bell, that will notify you when we've posted new content before we even make it to the social media channels. So click on that bell, activate it, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you can get notified of new content that's coming onto our channel soon.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.